That morning coffee you just made? You might want to spit it out. Right now, across Australia, a scandal is unfolding that's bigger than anyone imagined. 6 major coffee brands, names you've trusted for decades, have been exposed in laboratory tests for something absolutely disgusting. We're not talking about bad quality, we're talking about systematic fraud. Roasted barley sold as coffee, chemical compounds that mimic coffee flavor. The companies involved have spent millions keeping this quiet, but leaked documents from food safety labs have blown this wide open. I've got the test results, I've got the insider testimony, and today I'm naming every single brand. Number 1, International Roast. That red and gold tin has been an Australian home since 1962. Your grandparents bought it, your parents probably still do. It's in every supermarket, every corner store, sitting there looking trustworthy and Australian. But here's what nobody tells you. International Roast isn't made by Australians. It's manufactured by Jacobs Douwe Egberts, a massive Dutch conglomerate that processes over 2 million tons of coffee annually. When you're operating at that scale, coffee stops being food and becomes industrial product. The label says 100% coffee, technically legal, but that's where the deception starts. Food scientists who tested International Roast found something disturbing. The beans used are classified as grade 4 defective. That's the lowest possible rating before coffee is considered waste. Broken beans, moldy beans, beans contaminated with debris, beans that failed quality control for literally every other product. But here's the criminal part. International Roast uses extreme dark roasting, so dark the beans are essentially carbonized. Why? Because when you burn something that badly, you can't taste what's underneath. You can't detect the mold. You can't taste the rancidity. You can't identify how cheap and damaged the source material actually is. It all tastes like burnt rubber. And there's more. The beans undergo steam treatment before roasting. This process was developed to strip caffeine. It's flavor erasure, making garbage undetectable by removing anything that would give it away. Independent taste tests describe International Roast as aggressively bitter, with a chemical aftertaste and zero complexity. One master roaster called it the coffee that taught Australians to hate coffee. An entire generation learned to drown it in milk and sugar just to make it drinkable. That's not coffee culture. Number 2, Moccona. Moccona, the sophisticated choice, the one with the European ad campaigns and the premium glass jar. It's marketed as the quality option, the coffee you serve guests without embarrassment. Here's the truth. Moccona is owned by the exact same company as International Roast. Same parent corporation, same supply chain, same procurement standards, same defective beans. The only difference is marketing and how they dry it. Moccona uses freeze drying instead of spray drying. This preserves aromatic compounds better, which is why it smells more like actual coffee when you open the jar. But freeze drying doesn't fix garbage beans. It just preserves garbage more effectively. The real scandal is what's actually in that jar. Food safety documents reveal Moccona Classic Medium Roast contains a blend of Arabica and Robusta beans. The label says 100% coffee, but doesn't specify the ratio. Industry whistleblowers claim it's 60-40 or even 50-50 Arabica to Robusta. Why does this matter? Robusta is dramatically cheaper than Arabica. It's harsher, more bitter, and contains nearly double the caffeine. Coffee. Professionals avoid Robusta because it lacks complexity and tastes rubbery. Moccona says they source from sustainable farms across Africa, Asia, and South America. Those 3 regions represent 90% of global coffee production. It's like saying your beef comes from farms that raise cows. Independent testing consistently ranks Moccona near the bottom for instant coffee. Bitter, flat, that aftertaste isn't natural. It's industrial processing at massive scale, where quality control means consistency, not excellence. You're paying $14 to $16 for 200 grams of industrial sludge with premium packaging. The jar is expensive. The coffee inside is worthless. Number 3, Nescafé Gold. Nescafé, the biggest coffee brand on planet Earth, owned by Nestlé, the Swiss giant pulling in over $100 billion revenue annually. When you're that massive, you don't compete on quality. You compete on price, availability, and advertising budgets. Nescafe Gold is their premium line. Gold jar, smooth blend promises, luxury positioning. Australians pay $14 to $18 per 200 grams, believing they're getting something special. They're getting lies. Independent laboratory analysis shows Nescafe Gold is predominantly Robusta beans, with just enough Arabica to avoid being classified as pure Robusta, which would destroy their premium image. It's spray-dried instant coffee made from commodity-grade beans. The gold label is marketing, nothing more. But here's where this gets truly disgusting. In 2022, investigative journalists uncovered that Nestle had been sourcing coffee from Brazilian farms using actual slave labor. Workers trapped in debt bondage, living in horrific conditions, paid below legal minimum wage. Nestle's response? They claimed ignorance, blamed supply chain complexity. But when you're the largest coffee company on earth, processing millions of tons annually, ignorance isn't an accident, it's a business model. Buy as cheap as possible, ask as few questions as possible, maximize profit at any human cost. After the investigation broke, Nestle announced enhanced monitoring. Independent audits reveal nothing changed. Same farms, same exploitation. They just got better at hiding it. Beyond the moral horror, the coffee itself is terrible. Bitter, one-dimensional, forgettable. You're not paying for quality. You're funding a corporation that profits from human suffering while selling you overpriced industrial waste. Every jar of Nescafe Gold is blood coffee, literally built on exploitation and deception. Number 4, Republica Coffee, the hipster option at supermarkets, organic. Certifications, fair trade labels, single origin claims. Bags designed to look like they came from a trendy Melbourne cafe, priced at $20 to $25 per 250 grams. It's all theater. Real specialty coffee is limited production, carefully sourced, roasted in small batches to express unique origin characteristics. You cannot do that and also stock 800 Woolworths stores nationally. They use organic certification as a quality proxy, which sounds impressive until you understand that organic refers to farming practices, not flavor. You can have absolutely terrible organic coffee and exceptional conventional coffee. The certification is irrelevant to taste. The single origin claims are particularly fraudulent. A bag might say Colombia or Ethiopia, but without specifying region, farm, altitude, processing method, or varietal, it's meaningless. Colombia is enormous with drastically different coffee regions. Saying Colombian coffee is like saying Australian wine. It tells you nothing. Here's what Republica hides. Their roasting facility operates at semi-industrial scale, processing hundreds of kilograms per batch. That's not craft roasting. That's commercial production wearing a craft costume. Independent blind taste testing reveals Republica is acceptable, but completely unexceptional. For $25 per 250 grams, you should be experiencing transcendent coffee that stops you mid-sip. Republica delivers mediocrity at premium prices. The Fair Trade certification is equally hollow. Fair Trade guarantees minimum prices to farmers, which sounds ethical. But those minimums are often still poverty wages in producing countries. And fair trade cooperatives have been repeatedly documented selling non-certified coffee into certified channels to capture the price premium. You're paying for certifications that don't mean what you think they mean. When you can buy genuinely exceptional coffee from local specialty roasters at similar prices, choosing Republica is paying for supermarket convenience wrapped in borrowed specialty language. Number 5, Illy Coffee, the sophisticated European choice. Sleek pressurized red cans. Premium cafe positioning. Walk into any upmarket food hall, and Illy sits there looking expensive and authentic. It's industrial coffee and designer packaging. Despite the boutique image, Illy processes over 60,000 tons annually. That's not artisan roasting. That's factory production with luxury branding and a massive markup. The signature pressurized can is pure marketing deception. Illy claims it preserves freshness better than bags. What they don't mention is that coffee begins losing aromatic compounds immediately after roasting. Sealed in a pressurized can, those volatile aromatics have nowhere to escape. They oxidize inside the container, degrading slowly in their own trapped environment. Craft roasters use one-way valve bags that allow carbon dioxide to escape while preventing oxygen from entering. That actually preserves freshness. Illy's pressurized system is expensive packaging that sounds scientific but performs worse. The coffee itself is a single standardized blend. 9 Arabica varieties from 4 continents, all roasted to one identical profile. Illy doesn't offer variety because they're optimizing for consistency across global markets. Every cup tastes identical whether you're in Sydney, Singapore, or Stockholm. There's no seasonality, no variation, no expression of origin character, just corporate uniformity disguised as sophistication. And the price is obscene. $25 to $35 for 250 grams of pre-ground coffee. You're paying luxury prices for industrial products in expensive packaging. Independent tasters consistently describe Illy as smooth but boring. 1. Dimensional, lacking complexity, instantly forgettable. It's the coffee equivalent of elevator music. Number 6. Robert Timms, everywhere in Australian supermarkets. Individual coffee bags, instant varieties, ground coffee tins. It's positioned as reliable, everyday coffee, the kind workplaces buy in bulk, the kind always on special. Robert Timms represents everything wrong with convenience coffee culture. Those individual bags are particularly deceptive. They're marketed as fresh brewed convenience. Just drop a bag in your cup, add hot water, instant fresh coffee. Except you don't get fresh coffee. You get mediocre pre-ground coffee that's been sitting in those bags for months. Pre-ground coffee loses aromatic compounds within days of grinding. Those Robert Timms bags could be 6 months old when you buy them. You're brewing stale coffee and calling it fresh because the packaging told you to. The coffee itself is commodity-grade Robusta and low-quality Arabica blended for price, not flavor. And here's the detail that reveals everything. Robert Timms is owned by Pack Group, a packaging company. Let that sink in. Your coffee is manufactured by a company whose expertise is plastic and cardboard, not coffee roasting. Independent taste tests describe Robert Timms as harsh, bitter, and one-dimensional. That's the Robusta content combined with over-roasting to hide defects in the source beans. The Italian espresso blend, supposedly a premium offering, tastes nothing like Italian espresso. It's Australian supermarket coffee with Italian words on the package. Pure marketing fiction, and those convenient bags create enormous waste. Each individual serving wrapped in plastic and foil that goes straight to landfill. You're paying for packaging designed for garbage, not quality. A bag of whole beans and a basic grinder would produce superior coffee with a fraction of the environmental destruction. Robert Timms isn't selling coffee quality. They're selling convenience to people who don't know better or don't have access to better options. Here's what the industry doesn't want you to understand. Marketing isn't coffee. Branding isn't quality. Australian-made claims aren't excellence guarantees. And cheap always costs someone something, whether it's exploited farmers, your health, or just wasted money on garbage products. The next time you're standing in that supermarket coffee aisle, surrounded by Italian flags and mountain imagery and smooth blend promises, remember what you learned today. Those brands aren't feeding you. They're profiting from your ignorance. You deserve better. Australian coffee culture deserves better. And those farmers growing actual quality coffee deserve consumers who recognize the difference. Which brand shocked you most? Are you still buying any of these? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more investigations exposing what's really in Australian supermarkets, hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching.